drop between the legs. Yeah?
Right.
I think that's where the problem really lies. Yeah.
Alternatively, could he just hitch up the legs of the squat suit a little bit so he can get down in the hole?
Yes, those are all little tips they can look at.
Yeah.
He got the strength, just the technique not quite there.
Yeah. Ralph, I might hand over to Elliot if you don't mind.
Not at all.
And
not at all.
You stay on, and Elliot will bring you.
I'll be delighted to.
It's lovely having a little chat with you. I'll leave you in Ralph's capable hands.
Come on, Gemma. Come on, Gemma.
Hello, Ralph. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, Elliot. Nice to see you, mate. This looks like going to be a really, really exciting class. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely should be. The 120s and the 120 pluses are always exciting because, if nothing else, the weights are so much heavier than the other classes. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing when Fedosenko squats 4.5 times, 4.5 times body weight. But it's also amazing seeing, a 450 kilo squat.
Absolutely.
A one red lift and there's a two red lift.
Two red lift, yeah.
And it's, don't worry about one red. It means you're right on the edge. For most lifters, it means they're where they're supposed to be, or the referee made a mistake. Honestly,
well, sometimes it's possible.
It happens.
It happens. We're human.
It happens.
We're human.
I made one. I flipped a card today, and it just was. I mean, the lift was still good. That's why there's 3 referees.
That's right.
Gasparik's up 335.
That looked good to me. It's perfect.
Wow.
Linear power.
Yeah,
and the referee agree.
Beautiful.
This is good.
All right, Carlos Rivera's up now. He opened with. All right, Gernot Kasparek is up from Austria. And what you should notice is a lot of these lifters are masters age lifters. That we still have people performing at world-class level into their 40s and 50s.
No more changes. Flight B, no more changes to your own.
And also, too, Ralph, this is a sport it's never too late to get into.
Never.
There are some people that, don't get into the sport until they're masters, till they're over 40.
Even 50, 60, I've seen people came into sport and still perform at a reasonably good level.
Yeah, exactly. You can always get stronger. Even if you start late, you can still consistently get stronger. And it helps. It really helps your body. I don't know what was wrong with Kasparek.
I think that he didn't want that one, did he? He just thought, no.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what that was. All right. So let's see now. Carlos Rivera opened with 360, missed it. I guess they thought the gear was a little tight. Went to 365.
If you cannot see daylight, then basically I can't see one referee give it white and the other one give it a yellow.
I mean, he was good 2-1.
Yeah, yes.
So it's good, but that I
don't understand it.
I didn't see anything there.
No.
And I'm looking for the feet to see if the feet are up. And unfortunately, because of the way the benches are constructed now for more safety, it's nearly impossible for the side referees to see the head.
Yeah, you can't see the head now.
So I mean, I'll still call it as a chief referee. I'm sure tomorrow I'm on the 120 pluses. I'm sure somebody's going to lift their head, and I'll call it, and fully knowing that the sides won't because they can't see it.
They can't see it.
It is, so.
Get driving the through, get that elbow locked. Was it locked? Was it locked?
I don't know.
Yeah, they said it's okay.
And again, that's the first lift we've seen of him, so we don't know what he looks like, but.
Let's have a look. Because he didn't look locked to me, but obviously was. Yes. Well, the one we can see this side, we can't see the other side.
Yeah, it looks better.
Let's see. Yeah, he got away with it. That's okay.
But more of these athletes had the desire to build a total the way John McDonald does, they'd be a lot more successful.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't see Orfa and Billiken, going home without a medal in total. And he is not going to bench press. Warfan has turned in that he is passing on all of his bench presses.
That's sad. That is sad.
I almost wonder if there's something wrong because he's got a shot to take home the single lift
At
world
least,
record.
yeah, absolutely.
Right? So why wouldn't you take the silver, the single lift bench out?
Yeah, it's a medal. It's a medal there.
I mean, you know Kevin Yeager's going to take a shot at it, right? So why wouldn't you be in there with him, throwing punches with him?
No idea. Some good Billy Ken can answer that one, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, very sad.
It is sad.
Jordi Snijders, Netherlands.
If it came up.
666 pounds.
All right.
666. The number of the beast.
Gernot Kasparek is up 302 and a half.
Come on, let's go.
I mean, again, you know, this is the group one, who supposedly is the lesser group. 302 and a half is huge.
A huge bench. Huge bench.
Six, you know, it's 666 pounds. I mean, again, that's not a bad squat, right? For most,
No, the most for an average powerlifter.
and especially for a provincial meet or something, or a a national meet. That's a good squat.
It is. Get the arms through. Get the arms through. Lock the arms. I think that should
look,
be okay.
look solid.
I think. So look.
Yeah,
yeah,
three
he's got
whites.
it.
There you go.
He's got it.
He's happy. Look at him.
No more changes to your openers, Billy.
And it shows.
I like that. Yes.
Well, and
Okay.
also it shows in John's performance, right? He's always going to pick numbers that he
within his
that
yeah,
he can hit, that are
absolutely
within his capabilities.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a world champion. And he calls his numbers sharp.
to react.
Right?
Yeah,
he's trying to
I
hit.
agree.
He's
Yeah.
trying to break a Canadian record. He's trying to break a PB. He's trying to do something. But again, you're talking about a guy who's one of the best lifters in the history of Canada. He knows how to put his totals together.
How to build a total. yeah.
Right? Gasparek's up now. He was good at 335 in the squat, 302 and a half, and now he's trying for 275 in the deadlift here. You know, and there's a marked difference between.
Get you through, get hips. Yeah, I think got that.
There's. See what the judges say here.
I think it should be
All
three
right, it's
whites.
good, three whites.
Yeah.
And so there's a marked difference between what you see from John McDonald in terms
Right.
of attempt selection, control on the platform, and in his form. You know, everything he displays good form in all three lifts. Everything's solid. Bill Sindlar is their chief referee from USA, and he was like, "Come on, let's go." Clock was running 45 seconds before he even got out.
Keep working. Get that hips forward. Shoulder back. Yeah, that should be fine.
And lift is good. Lift is good. Awesome. So he's good at 275 and 292. This is who we're watching here, Jordi Snijders. You know, he's because it was a three red, right? I would have been shocked and that's a miscarriage of justice. But two reds, I wouldn't have much of a good play.
That, yeah.
No,
Sure.
I'm sure Jeff Butt, I think he was coaching him, might have gone up to the jury for a clarification. There's Tommy. He was the one. Tommy was the gentleman that told us that Kevin Yeager was wearing a shirt for an 83 kilo.
Oh, yes, Tommy from Finland. Yeah,
Tommy.
yeah.
So, all right, so now Kasparek was good at 275, took a conservative jump to 292 and a half, and you know, now it's a little aggressive, 305, but we'll see. We'll see, 12 and a half, you know, 25 total.
No.
It was just a little too aggressive.
A
little too aggressive.